Hello my lovelies, and welcome back. I've been at the yard for a little while now.
Let's get this. Oh shit, I forgot about the seat.
Yeah.
I forget every time.
I know, and it gives me so much pleasure knowing that you're physically uncomfortable. And that's not because I'm just an unpleasant person or that I don't like you.
But it is partly to do that.
It's mostly because I had to spend so long in that seat, being exceptionally uncomfortable myself, and this is just a little bit of payback.
There's one for you.
What? Oh no. Oh fuck me. God, if you're actually in that situation, you'd just say, death, take me now.
Right, so let's get this straight. Are we doing a proper practice of a podcast then?
Yes.
Right, so as soon as we get out. Don't drive this tractor.
Tractor!
Now there's a yellow car coming.
No return.
And there's another yellow car over there.
Where?
It's just gone. You missed it.
I did miss it. Right, now I'm clear.
And
Right. Yellow
go.
bus.
Yes, yellow bus, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so Boaty and I are going to have a practice of doing a podcast, so this will be a rather odd bit of video indeed. What are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
Oh, that's not very good, is it? Oh yeah, valeting, that's it. So, on that discussion, and of course we're going to be opposing, aren't we? I will say that it is worthwhile valeting and cleaning your car properly, and you're bound to disagree with that.
Right, that's boring.
What, disagreeing or?
Hold on.
Is that it?
So, you've started a YouTube channel. How sensible is it to have genuine hopes and aspirations of that YouTube channel becoming your main source of paid employment? How much effort should you put into it? And should there come a point where you say, this is no longer worth the effort that I'm putting in, this is only ever going to be a hobby?
This is off the discussion we was having before.
It is.
Yeah.
Where do you stand? So where do you stand on that?
Well, I would say that if it's starting to work out and you've got some ideas for the future and you're enjoying it and it's your passion, then you should carry on. But if it's not going anywhere, you don't like it, nobody likes you, you regularly get comments saying you should stop doing this because you're not any good, then maybe you should rethink.
So if you were somebody else advising you,
Me.
yeah,
If I was somebody else advising me personally.
yeah, what would the advice be?
Oh, right, I see.
Or if you were somebody else other than me, which quite frankly you are, what would you advise me?
Right, okay. Right, let's do this properly then.
Well, yeah.
Oh, hang on. My advice to you, that I would happily give to you right now, is make shorter videos. Make shorter videos, do a bit more snappy editing, and see how it goes from there.
Bit more snappy editing.
Yeah, but the trouble is with that, of course, it's time consuming.
I'm not sure what you mean by snappy editing.
Oh, you know.
No.
I mean shorter clips. Shorter clips knitted together so that there is more going on in a short space of time.
Right.
Yeah? Now you know what I mean, don't you?
Kind of. Tram. Everybody look at the tram.
I'm looking at the tram. It's going very, very slowly, isn't it?
It's going slowly.
Just like you.
So Would you advise me to carry on making videos? Would you advise me to have hopes for the future of my channel? Or would you advise me to say, well, to just think, well, bit of a hobby, you're having a bit of fun, make a little bit of pocket money out of it, just accept it for what it is, don't go too mad, don't have any hopes of it going really anywhere any more than it is now, and don't put too much time into it.
Well,
don't let it take over your life.
My advice goes completely against your plans that you're going to have next, I think, which is to make bigger videos. So maybe you should ignore that bit and just assume that I don't have a clue what I'm talking about.
I'm not going to assume that you don't have a clue what you're talking about, because you are more successful than I am at the moment.
And I like the way you put me at the moment.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Because you're a confident man. Two-Face headquarters.
What? Oh yeah.
Curious. Oh, right.
What would you advise Hobnut?
You're asking me what I would advise Hubnut to do if he wants to make a future in making YouTube videos when he already does make a living.
I didn't say that, did I?
Right. What would
I just said, what would you advise him to do?
Oh. I'd advise him to buy a Rover instead of a Citroen.
God. He has bought a Rover.
I know it didn't work out for him, did it?
It kind of did. It was one of the best cars he's ever bought.
Oh yeah, it's been one of the most reliable ones.
That Rover 45 he had was a belter of a car.
Oh, that one I didn't even see that one.
Oh, it was V6.
Yeah.
You paid 245 quid for it, I think.
Yeah.
Or 260 quid, something like that.
And then scrapped it.
I don't think he scrapped it.
Oh no, it did get scrapped though, didn't it?
Yeah, he sold it to somebody and then it ended up getting scrapped.
Indicators.
Which was a shame, really.
He was too busy paying attention to his phone. Did you notice that?
I didn't.
He had his head down like that. That's why he didn't indicate or even notice that he was waiting.
Schmidt.
With the arrow pointing down. So that's like it's a pass sign, isn't it? The arrow's there, so it can tell you to pass on the right or pass on the left. This one is suggesting that you pass underneath it.
I think we can assume it's German. See, I'd like to have a full and frank discussion on the Formula One. But you're not really into Formula One, are you?
No, I'm not, so we could give it a go.
Okay. Where do you stand on Hornergate?
I don't know.
Right, interesting.
Yeah. What's best?
Do you think that Alonso had a car issue and caused the Russell accident, or do you think he did it deliberately?
I don't know because I didn't see the race.
Right. Okay, so what aspect of Formula One would you actually like to discuss?
I'd like to discuss not watching it and why I don't really like it very much.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. It's another one of those things where it's the best of the best. And the best of the best, or in other words, of speed or getting around a particular track in the best possible time, consistently. I just find it dull. I just don't really understand what there is to watch there.
Okay.
I do. I honestly, it's not because I haven't got time to watch Formula One, which I haven't got time to watch it, and that's not why I don't watch it. I don't watch it because I'm not interested enough to find the time to watch it when I haven't got the time to watch it. If I had like an evening spare to watch the Formula One, that was the only thing on TV at the time, I'd just do something else.
Right. Interesting.
Football. You don't like football either, do you? Know?
I can't stand football.
No, I can't stand football. The difference between football and Formula One, as far as I'm concerned, is the Formula One doesn't have hooligans or get really upset.
And there's no ball.
And there's no ball yet. But other than that, I find them about equally entertaining.
Well, there we are. So we've arrived at the end of the first podcast practice period, which is a triple P, and I would have to say that went exceptionally badly. It would have made a really poor podcast.
Oh, whose fault's that? What should we do? I should talk about something we're both interested in, or both know something about.
Or both totally not interested in and both know nothing about.
Well, what do we start off with? Oh, about advice to YouTubers. The thing is, you're driving, so that means it's more difficult for you to actually concentrate on actually saying something of worth whilst you're driving incredibly slowly.
I think that there's a genuine discussion to be had about YouTube, because we both have a YouTube channel, and we know other people who have a YouTube channel, and we know people who have successful YouTube channels, and we know people who don't have successful YouTube channels, and we know people who wish they had a successful YouTube channel.
Us too.
And we know people who are quite happy with just having a bit of fun YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Do we, both you and I, do we put too much time, thought, effort and hope into our YouTube channels?
Some would say yeah. Many would say yeah.
Do you think we do?
No, not really. Like I said, you managed to do yours while holding down a full-time job, and I managed to sacrifice everything in my life just so I can do it. That's why I'm always a bit ahead of you. So we're always on the hunt for that lucky break. This is more like the podcast you're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, this is much more like it.
It's more like it, yeah. It's because you've stopped driving and having a proper conversation.
Is there such a thing as a lucky break? Or do you make your own luck, and, you know, the harder you work, the luckier you get?
Yeah, I think both. Of course there's such thing as a lucky break.
Is there? Is there really, though?
Yeah, and that's the problem, because luck plays a really big part in whether you get anywhere with it or not.
Who do you know who's had a lucky break?
Hubnut.
What was the lucky break?
Well, he becomes successful.
How was that down to luck?
I think there's always going to be an element of luck in there.
Oh, dear.
Did he just fall over?
He did.
Well, the man with the beard looks to be giving me a hard time over it.
I think he's pissed. Or off his face on some drug or other.
Spice mix.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Mm.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Would you say that Hubnut's lucky?
I don't think Hubnut's lucky at all, and I don't think he had a lucky break.
No. And you're saying that because he went on for so long before anything really happened, a bit like Sean.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he had a lucky break. I know you said the other day that he said that he had a real spurt of growth after he did the Australia and New Zealand thing.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
But that wasn't that wasn't luck. Oh, what a stroke of luck! I appear to be in New Zealand.
No, well, yeah, okay. If that happens to coincide with that, where suddenly, as you said before, something completely different's happening. But if you're following a channel and you're only interested in it because something different's happened on it, then you might be on the verge of following the wrong channel.
That doesn't make sense.
It does, if you just follow what I actually said there, rather than getting confused mid-sentence.
Okay, what's that again?
Oh, I can't remember what I said. You know. I know what I mean exactly at the time. What did I say?
You said something about that if you're only following a channel because something different has happened, you were following the wrong channel.
No. Yeah. Actually, no, come to think of it, you're correct.
Right.
I didn't make any sense, did it?
No.
But I know what I meant. It's just I said it incorrectly.
Okay, what did you mean?
Well, if your channel suddenly picks up because of something different, then that means that without that something different happening, it wouldn't have picked up.
Yeah.
Which is exactly the opposite to what I said originally.
Yeah, but okay, so going back to the original thing, that's not luck.
Luck, as far as I see it, comes in where you have two people doing exactly the same thing. One's no better than the other, but suddenly one starts to get somewhere out of it.
Well,
Right, okay, if you've got two people
when
crossing...
has that ever happened then?
Oh, it does happen though. If you've got two people crossing the road, one of them didn't notice a bus was coming, and the other one did.
Yeah.
Okay, right, now is that luck?
Well, no, it's stupidity, because the person who saw the bus coming and is still crossing the road
No, they're both blind.
Well, then there should be a pedestrian crossing.
They are, but the bus didn't see it, or the bus driver didn't see it. So the two pedestrians are both blind.
Well, hang
and
on.
deaf.
You said that one of them saw the bus coming. How did they do that if they're blind?
No, they didn't see the bus coming. They knew They knew there was with a chance with the bus coming, but they'd assumed that the bus would actually see them. And on this occasion,
Well, the bus wouldn't need to see them. The bus would just need to see the red light.
yeah, but it didn't.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is one unlucky blind man.
Well, why is only one of them unlucky? Why did the bus not hit them both?
Because the other one was crossing over further down after the incident of a blind man being run over.
So did the bus stop after running the first blind man over?
Well, yeah, because he felt the bump.
Right.
It distracted him away from his Instagram.
So that meant that the second blind man was
Crossed over safely, yeah.
Right.
So he was
the
lucky
traffic
that
was at a standstill.
he was lucky that he crossed over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. In YouTube terms, right, I can't think of a successful YouTuber who was doing exactly the same as an unsuccessful YouTuber. Every YouTuber I can think of who's done well has done well because of something.
It's always going to be because of something.
Yeah, but you were saying it was because of luck.
No, I'm saying that will play a part if you happen to be in the right time, at the right place, etc.
No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Do you think that there's any luck involved in people becoming millionaires?
It depends how they do it. If they do it by winning the lottery, then yeah, that's luck.
Yeah, but but you know, without doing the lottery, then you're not going to win it, are you? Which is what they say to try and get into gambling.
Statistically, it's very unlikely to win the lottery without entering it.
Yeah. But I'm getting distracted by hunger now.
Do another 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
Oh, you want it to be a 20-minute feature?
It's a 20-minute feature.
But the best bit's been at the end, as always.
Yeah.
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 You play
So
play it backwards.
Name a lucky YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm going to say.
So hang on. So is your argument that everybody who's got a more successful YouTube channel than you has done it through sheer luck?
I think I've been lucky. With the other channel and the live streams, I think luck's played a big part of that. Because I don't see why I've suddenly got a whole load of people watching.
Well, it's because you do it vertically, and YouTube introduced a new live stream.
Yeah, I know, but you tried it and it didn't work. I've done it on the other channel and it worked a bit, but not anywhere like those kind of numbers.
Yeah, you're right. You are the living proof that luck rather than talent is what counts when it comes to YouTube.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
If it proves a point that I don't really want to make, then I'd rather be lucky than unlucky. And also, I would say I've been lucky with a bunch of things, and it looks the same thing as just happening to know the right person at the right time. Okay, so my ZS180, how that worked out. How's that worked out? Has that been lucky?
Yes and no. Yes and no. You can always trace cause and effect.
Yes, you can.
You got the ZS180 because James likes you. James likes you because you met him, he met you, and he decided, I like this person. You met James because you emailed him and said, hello, my name's Paul. I've got a car that you might like to film. And then you spent a day of your life at your own cost, driving hundreds of miles and letting him film your car.
Yeah, so you
So
would say
that's
that
not
paid
work.
off long term.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
not,
at first it looked like a stupid thing to do. So in other words, I'm much smarter than I even try to be.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. You're lucky that you can be smart without realising that you're being smart.
That would work for me, actually.
Yeah. Or is it a cunning double bluff? And do you actually know exactly what you're doing, but you portray yourself as a bumbling, bearded buffoon, whereas in fact you're a cold, calculating, calculating something else that begins with C.
What would you prefer?
I'd love it if you were actually a cold,
Would you?
calculating thing that put on this bumbling persona, whereas in fact you went home and went into your special, and that's why you don't allow anybody into your house, because when you go into your house you actually find that it's Project Nigel, proper Project Nigel secret headquarters, where you've got everything mapped out on a spreadsheet and you know exactly what you're doing to an exact time schedule, and you've got all your analytics on a bank of screens all around the room, and Mrs. Mustard
Is in the kitchen.
no Mrs. Mustard is a big
cooking
part.
all the stuff I'm pretending to make.
No, Mrs. Mustard is a big part of it, and she's
Oh, right.
like, you're like James Bond, but she's like Q. She's the brains behind the operation.
Gosh, I
And
love this.
she's
I
the-
love this image. That
And
you've got
she
there.
says, and she will tell you what you're going out to do that day.
Yeah, oh, right, yeah. She's the one that's really the brains.
Yeah. And she,
And a part of it is I'm a bit like Columbo. I've got to come across as an idiot.
I've never seen an episode of Columbo, so I don't know what Columbo's like.
Oh, right. Oh, well, he's a bit bumbling. He's the detective that's always scruffy. He's always got a scar on the go. He mumbles, and then it's just one more thing. And that's the point where...
You are scruffy.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Well, I am, because the nature of my pretend work.
Oh, look, there's a one-legged man.
Oh, shit. There's one in a stick.
Yeah. I wonder why he hasn't got a prosthetic limb.
One-legged man. He's got...
If you lost a leg, would you use a stick or have a prosthetic thing?
Well, you're asking that question as if I already know, because I know it's about to happen quite soon, and the answer is going to be probably, if you want to be a publicity stunt, you have a stick.
What do you reckon? And I think I might know the answer to this. It would be a guess, but it would be an educated guess. What do you reckon is the single biggest cause of lower limb loss in the United Kingdom? And I reckon I've got this.
Okay.
And if at this point in the comments, maybe you would like to have a guess at what is the single biggest cause of lower limb loss
I'm going
in the
to say
United Kingdom.
sepsis.
I'm going to say diabetes.
Okay. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
I know so many people, I nurse so many people who had lower limb amputation because of diabetes.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't really imagine that not being able to control sugar levels would lead to becoming so legless, would you?
Let's go and get some food.
Okay.